Perek Yud Gimel Mishnah Aleph. This Perek, the 13th Perek of Shabbos, deals with all preparation of clothes, hachonos begodim, and it's going to cover melachas such as oreg and tofer, weaving and stitching, and it would also cover melachas of tzeder, which will come to Mishem at the end of the Perek. Now, we know that in Perek Zayin Mishnah Beis, the famous Mishnah which enumerates all 39 melachas, we came across the melacha of oreg, of weaving, and there the Tana told us that the minimum shear for weaving is 2 stitches, which means, imagine you have some threads vertical. You're going some vertical threads going up, and a person wants to weave, which means you take a thread and you go in and out of these vertical threads and you do one line. That's considered one chut. Therefore, the minimum shear for oreg on Shabbos is, if you reverse it and you go back and you do 2 lines. So you go in and out all the way to the end, and then you reverse it and you go back again 2 lines. That's considered shnei chutin. And the Tana there told us in Perek Zayin that if you do 2 chutin, shnei chutin, 2 lines, you're going to be chayav for the melacha of oreg on Shabbos. This Mishnah is going to tell us that that is the shitta of the Chachomim, and that indeed is the halacha. But there is a divergent opinion. Rebbe Eliezer argues, and he says slightly different. So says the Mishnah. Rebbe Eliezer holds, ha'oreg shloisha chutin batchila, ve'echod al ha'oreg chayav. Rebbe Eliezer holds that the shear for oreg is this. Initially, when you set up and you begin the fabric from afresh, then you're only chayav if you do 3 chutin. So if you've just got some vertical threads and no fabric there other than that, and then you do the 3 chutin, one across and then back and then across again, then you would be chayav for that according to Rebbe Eliezer. Alternatively, if you have some fabric already there, you've already started making the clothes, and then a person would come along and add to the existing fabric by adding 1 chut across, then you would be chayav. So says Rebbe Eliezer, either 3 initially, or 1 if you're adding to an existing baguette. The Chachomim argue. They say, bein betchila, bein besoif, shiur shnei chutin. Whether it's at the beginning or whether it's at the end, the shear is shnei chutin, which is what we mentioned previously in Perek Zayin. That is the shear, i.e. 1 chut across and another chut back. Notably, when it says basof, it doesn't literally mean at the end, the very last line of the beged. Because if you mashlim the beged, if you complete the beged, then even 1 chut across, then even the Chachomim would agree, you would be chayav. So it means, betchila basof means whether you initially set the fabric out like that, or you continue the fabric, then the shear is going to be shnei chutin. Just one final observation on this Mishnah, and that is that in the previous Perek Yud Beis Mishnah Hey, in discussing the halachas of kosev, we came across the view which said that when a person writes on Shabbos, and he writes 1 letter, and he discovers some writing there on the piece of paper, and he writes 1 letter, he's moisif to an existing writing, then he's potter. Because the minimum shear for ksiva, we said, was 2 letters. So the Mefarshim explain that the shitta of Rebbe Eliezer in our Mishnah is inconsistent with that view. Why? Because Rebbe Eliezer says over here, if you have some existing fabric, all you have to do to be over oreg is do 1 chut, 1 line across. Similarly, he would hold, if you've got some writing, all you have to do to be chayiv is add 1 letter. And that is not what we said in the previous Mishnah. We said that the minimum shear for ksiva is 2 letters. And so too, that opinion would similarly say in oreg, that in order to be chayiv for oreg, you would have to do shnei chutin, even if you're being moisif on an existing baguette. So that is the end of Mishnah Aleph.